So we're going to unbox 3 Louis Vuitton fragrances now, and we'll do a kind of initial test with them. I have smelt them before, so it's not going to be a first impression. So let's unbox them. There's 3 to start with. So this one is Nouveau Monde. Now, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that, so don't get any ideas. I paid for all of these fragrances with my own money, full price as well. So, Nouveau Monde. I have smelt this before. As I said, a beautiful fragrance, very similar to Ombre Nomade. But this has more of a kind of a sweeter gourmand type feel than Ombre Nomade, and not quite as heavy and as masculine either. So this is more an easier to wear Ombre Nomade, I would say. You've got cacao, you've got rose, you've got oud, caramel, and it's very similar masculine fragrance like Ombre Nomade, but it has this very interesting kind of caramel sweet twist. So if Ombre Nomade is too much for you, then Nouveau Monde would be a really good choice. And from my memory, it really lasts well on the skin and projects nicely. All of the Louis Vuitton fragrances I've ever tried all last really well on the skin, and they give you a really lovely scent bubble. So that is Nouveau Monde. Moving on to the second one, and this fragrance I'm really, really excited to have back in my collection. It's one of my favorite citrus fresh fragrances I've ever tried, and that is Imagination. If you are a lover of fresh fragrances, I would highly recommend that you try Imagination. I haven't tried any fresh fragrance or citrus fragrance that is as good as Imagination as of yet. Yes, they are not cheap, of course, the Louis Vuitton fragrances, but you do get some kind of quality and performance for the price, which is, of course, good. So this is the bottle. I love the colour of the juice as well. It really kind of, the colour of the juice and the way the bottle looks really showcase how the fragrance smells. So this opens up from, well, we get the opening. So it opens up with a beautiful citron note with bergamot, maybe grapefruit, and you've got cinnamon, which adds some spice. And you've also got, which make this really interesting, and what makes this last on the skin so well, is a black tea note. So black tea is in the base, and that mixes with the citruses so well. Very clean, very fresh, very vibrant, and for a fresh fragrance, this performs really well. This will last on your skin for a long time, and it will give a bubble around you of this beautiful citrus black tea fragrance, and it just smells incredible. Smells very expensive, smells really well put together, and is my favorite fresh citrus fragrance. So that is Imagination. Now for the last fragrance, I'm going to show you how it comes in the kind of full presentation. The other 2 came like this as well, but I already opened the box because, you know, you don't want to see me open 3 boxes on camera, do you? Let's face it. So if you buy it for a gift, you can fill in a card and put it in there. It comes with a card inside, and very nice presentation, as you'd expect from a brand like Louis Vuitton. And if you're spending that kind of money, then you do want a nice presentation. Well, I think it's a nice bonus anyway. So, same box, and what do we have here? Ombre Nomade, of course. So I saved the best till last. Well, in my opinion, this is the best Louis Vuitton fragrance I've tried because the performance is outstanding. It smells extremely masculine, luxurious, and is a fragrance to wear when you want to be noticed and stand out. A room-filling fragrance, and a fragrance that announces you in the room before you walk in. Beautiful bottle. And I would say this is probably the most popular Louis Vuitton fragrance, the most well-known Louis Vuitton fragrance. Oh, it's powerful. So this smells fairly similar to the Nouveau Monde, but it's nowhere near as sweet. You haven't got that caramel note. You haven't got the cocoa note. This focuses more on rose. You have maybe not rose, but it's got a kind of floral, sort of like rose kick to it. You've got benzoin, a strong oud note, and leather. So leather and oud, really strong, in your face, masculine notes, and the rose adds a nice complexity to this, and benzoin, really, really powerful. Not very sweet. You don't get much sweetness with Ombre Nomade. And as I said, this will be a fragrance that really announces you in the room as you walk in. So if that's the kind of fragrance you want, then there's not many better fragrances on the market than Ombre Nomade. I remember wearing this before, and it really kind of projects, fills the room, and it gives you confidence. That's one of the things I love about this fragrance, is if you put on some nicer clothes, not just your everyday loungewear, but if you wear something a bit smart casual or business wear, and you spray this on, your confidence goes from maybe a 7 to a 9 because it smells so good. So this is my favorite Louis Vuitton fragrance that I've tried. But if you want a fresh fragrance, I really couldn't recommend Imagination enough. It's the best fresh fragrance I've tried. Stunning, absolutely stunning. But if you want a fragrance that's going to get you noticed, Ombre Nomade is the way to go. But if you love Ombre Nomade, but it's too strong, go for Nouveau Monde. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what are your favorite Louis Vuitton fragrances, and if you haven't tried any, which ones would you like to try?